A pipe spool has blown on the Facility 45 pump-out pump discharge line. It's leaking and there is an uncontrolled chemical spray.
Are you there, Paul?
Yeah, go ahead, Willie.
Paul, this pump's off and isolated. There's a hole about 3 to 4 metres up the discharge spool. We're going to need a scaffold to access it, mate.
Yeah, no problem, mate. That sounds like an urgent work order, mate. Just talking shift maintenance, they're flat out at the moment on a major priority task. So we're going to have to get hold of the area maintenance and get them to run that task. Can you raise a notification to RP3M-M Work Centre? Then give the area maintenance supervisor a call and we'll get onto it straight away.
Yeah, no worries, Paul. I'll head over to the office and put that notification in now and I'll give the supervisor a call when it's done. Thanks.
Urgent work is called into your supervisor. Your supervisor contacts the senior shift facilitator for rush work approval. If the breakdown crew shift is already busy, the work is allocated to the Area Maintenance Main Work Centre supervisor for execution. The person who calls in the work is the person who raises the notification. The notification must be of a high quality, as your text will explain what the issue is and all details relevant to the task. Remember, the quality of your notification will help us to scope and estimate the job so we can get the work done on time and on budget.
Hello?
Yeah, it's Wally, Steve. How you going? Mate, I've got an urgent notification on a pump-out pump. Can you help us out?
No, sorry, we don't manage break-in work.
Well, who do I talk to then, mate?
You must speak directly to the main work centre supervisor.
All right, so the planners don't deal with break-in work anymore and we talk directly to that maintenance supervisor.
Planners are no longer responsible for scoping and estimating break-in work. Break-in work is now the responsibility of the main work centre supervisor to whom it has been allocated.
All right, mate, no worries. Thanks for your help. Bye.
Area 3 Maintenance, Huxley.
Yeah, it's Wally, Corey. How you going?
Good, Wally, what can I do for you?
Mate, we've got a leak and discharge spool on one of the pump-out pumps in 45. I've spoken to the production supervisor and he's told me to raise the notification to your main work centre.
Is it isolated, ready to go and washed down, and when do you need it back by?
Yeah, it's isolated and ready to go. The area's been cleaned and we need the pump back straight away to maintain our cleaning schedule. Now, I've spoken to the production supervisor and he's agreed it's got to be done urgently.
Okay. No worries, but according to the task list I need 2 blokes for the job and a couple of scaffolding contractors. That might be a little bit of an issue, but I'll go down and scope the job first and confirm what kind of resources we need.
It is important to talk to the person who raised the notification as you read through the task list. You can also check the status of notifications and identify if additional information is required by looking at the list edit of outstanding notifications. This tool will also help you to drive compliance and the right process for execution. If the notification is already in the plan and someone else is doing it, it may be rejected. Notifications will also be rejected if there isn't enough detail.
Thanks, Walt. Bye. G'day Darren, this is Huxley from Area 3 Maintenance. I'm just ringing up about a break-in job. We've got to change out a discharge spool that's holding up our caustic cleaning schedule. I've spoken to senior shift and he agrees that it needs to be done straight away, but shift maintenance are already on a priority job, so we'll need to pick it up. I've scoped the job with the TCC supervisor and we'll need 3 scaffolders to do the job for 2 hours. Can we take them off your planned work? Okay. Yep. No worries. Okay, thanks mate, bye.
All supervisors use the multi-resource scheduling tool to reschedule work. As the supervisor reschedules, he or she must also reprioritise current planned work. Work to be rescheduled for future weeks is sent back to the planner by resetting the work order status to rescheduling. If rescheduling also results in changes to the current weekly schedule in other areas, the supervisor needs to coordinate this with his peers. The The supervisor then inputs all his requirements into one SAP, orders spares, and captures all resources on the work order. When the work order is planned, it is released.
Hey Jace, according to the work order I need 2 blokes for 4 hours to build the scaffold, is that correct?
No, we should be able to do it in 2 hours with 3 of our guys there.
Alright, well I'll raise the requisition so the guys can get started.
No, that's all right. Our guys are allocated the same way as the Worsley employees are on the work order.
Alright, no worries. So how long do you reckon your guys can get started on the job?
All supervisors are responsible for updating the scheduler on available resource capacity and skill set. If the contractor belongs to a long-term resource contractor, supervisors use the Long-Term Resource Work Centre. Contractors are scheduled in the same manner as Worsley employees. When the main work centre supervisor is satisfied with the quality and detail of the content, he will approve the notification. In doing this, the main work centre supervisor has confirmed he or she is the job and budget owner. The supervisor is now responsible for completion of the entire job, from planning, rescheduling, negotiating resources, and managing execution to closeout. The main work centre supervisor is the job owner, and he or she prints the shop papers for all resources. Resources must come and see the supervisor for handover and job acceptance before they go and do the job. Contractors must contact the supervisor at the beginning of each task to receive their shop papers and briefing for the task. Supervisors are responsible for doing all time confirmation for contractors and signing off their timesheets.
How you going, Phil?
All right.
Here's the work order for your breaking in 46.
Yep.
Can you do us a favour and send the scaffolders in to see me so I can confirm their times?
Yeah, no worries. I'll go straight over the clearance hut and send them over.
Alright, well I'll come out and catch up with you in about 20 minutes or so on the job.
All right.
Thanks, mate.
Only the actual time spent on the task must be captured for both employees and contractors. Delays and breaks are not recorded. Walking the floor at key times during the shift remains a very important part of the supervisor's day. The supervisor's focus is on safety, environment, quality of the process and product, operators, their performance, progress and ability, and equipment.
That job's done. Replace the immediate discharge spool. The second one was fine, so I sent that back to the warehouse.
Oh, thanks, mate. Make sure you complete your time confirmations and enter all the history in the notification. Make sure you record all the work that was done. We need to capture as much info as possible so that the reliability engineers can have a look at it, work out what the cause of the failure was and see what they can do to prevent the failure from happening again in the future. And don't forget to create a negative reservation for the spool for when you return it to the warehouse. I'll do the contractor's times and hours and I'll techo the work order at the end of the shift.
Yep, no worries.
Right, thanks, mate.
When the job is finished, time confirmations are completed and the notification history is updated. The supervisor is responsible for making sure all work is confirmed, including inputting the confirmation hours for contractors. Any work that won't be done must have 0 hours confirmed in the final confirmation. The reason must also be provided in the confirmation text. Any unused or used repairable materials are returned to the warehouse using the negative reservation process. The supervisor is responsible for techoing work orders once he or she is satisfied that all of the requirements for work order closure have been met. All information, history, damage codes, etc. are used by the reliability engineer in their analysis to drive improvements and correct work strategies.
Corey, I've had a look at that particular spool through the history and it appears as though it failed early. Is there anything we could be doing differently with the routine maintenance that could have caused this?
Yeah, well, the flow rates to this pump have been cranked up lately, so I assume that's what's caused the increased wear rates on that spool.
Okay, well I'll discuss with operations and we'll review the maintenance strategies so that we can avoid this outcome in the future.
Okay.
Once the job has been completed, completion of a detailed execution history enables effective data analysis and strategy development, resulting in process stability and increased reliability. Unscheduled equipment downtime caused by equipment failure and breakdown repairs reduces our performance and increases production losses. Our focus needs to be on planned work and improving schedule adherence so we can provide maintenance stability and predictability to ensure safer operations at Worsley. You play a vital role in helping us to plan what we do what we plan well, and do it when we say we will.